So I feel like there's something that I need to talk about because it's been weighing on my mind. So I have, the neighbor who's been giving me grief and trouble, along with her boyfriend, although he's in jail still. And I am a follower of Jesus Christ, all right? I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I could definitely change more, like everyone else. But these Mormons have been coming around, her apartment, reaching out to her, which, I'm grateful for that. I hope some of it sticks. I am just wondering, like, when is she gonna start taking accountability for her actions? Because on multiple occasions, because they're there like multiple times a week. It's not just like once a month, or they just like roll up, knock on your door, you talk for 5 minutes. It's like, they're doing like Bible studies and whatnot, which is good, there's nothing wrong with that. But on multiple occasions, I hear her like bitching about me. And it's like, lady, the first step towards making a change, if that's really what you want to do, is admitting where you went wrong, like your wrongdoing. It can't just all be me. I can be 50% of the problem, sure, I can be 50% of it, but I can't be 100% because you're in this too. The other morning, real early in the morning, I brought out this stationary bike that I found it at the dumpster. It doesn't have a seat, but I still use it. And I wanted, the fresh air while I'm, pedaling, trying to get that workout in. And I had it right outside of my door. And of course, she's got to come out, she's up all night. And then she sleeps all day. And she's out there smoking, right? And of course, I can smell it. I'm not going to exercise and try and breathe in your secondhand smoke. No, thank you. So I figure, okay, there was another neighbor that was outside, and she was like watering like this little patch of grass. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab my coffee. Cold coffee, by the way. Keep that in your mind. It was cold. It didn't have a lid. I got my coffee. I went to go talk to the other neighbor, not her, because she's just very aggressive with me. Like, there's no chill with her. So I go up to this other lady. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Sometimes we chit chat. I would just call her an acquaintance. And the neighbor, who's really mean to me, she's sitting there saying, what the fuck are you doing here, bitch? She's just going, man. She's just being rude and mean and calling me names. And I'm facing the lady, not facing her, right? Like, okay, I'm ignoring it, earmuffs. And I took a drink of my coffee. It was like this, except it was a different cup, right? So I had my straw. I took a drink. There's no lid. There was a bug in my coffee. Spit it out. Not on her or at her. Like, lady, if I'm gonna spit on you or at you, it's gonna be a direct hit, like Battleship, okay? I don't play around like that. If you think I'm gonna spit on you, I'm going to spit on you, not the grass, not the sidewalk. Like, it was nowhere near her. She jumps up, she gets in my face, fist raised like she's gonna box me. And I'm like, whoa, lady, like, she didn't give me a chance to explain. She didn't, she just, oh, you gonna spit on me? You gonna spit at me? you know, just like just aggression, just like no chill, wouldn't let me explain. Um, I was just like, lady, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna just do it. Like, I'm not gonna fake you out. Like, it ain't like that with me. I don't threaten, I just do. That's just who I am, you know? Is it very, Jesus like? No, but I didn't hit her, so. But this lady was literally trying to box me, right? She had me on the hood of her car, like this. I'm just gonna flip it. She had me on the hood of her car, right? I got my coffee cup in one hand. I'm holding her arm so she can't hit me. And I've got my feet up like this. Like, whoa, lady. And my back is on the hood of her car, right? So, she had put her hands on me. So I took my coffee and I dumped it all over her. I was like, you obviously need to chill out. The coffee was cold. Like, I don't drink hot coffee that often, especially in summer. Like, I do iced. But luckily, yeah, she didn't hit me, right? She didn't hit me, but she definitely wanted to. She's like, put that coffee cup down. Let's go. Let's do this. I was like, if you really wanted to hit me, then just hit me. What is the coffee cup? It's empty anyways. But that's the thing, like, that's the thing that I don't get. Like, it's the whole rules for me, but not for thee. So I have to be nice, but you don't. I have to be respectful, but you don't. Because this is how this whole thing started off. I can talk to whatever neighbor I want. You do not own the sidewalk or the person that I'm speaking to. You sat there and you are calling me names, asking me, what the fuck are you doing over here, bitch? Like, it is like 6:30 in the morning. Calm down, right? And I ignored her. Didn't say nothing. If I want to spit my coffee out because there's a bug in it, how is that affecting you negatively in any way? You just want to find any little thing to start a fight. But that's my point. Like, at some point, you have to check yourself, pick your battles, because it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. Her boyfriend broke out my back glass windshield, and it ain't even my car. It's my mom's. Like, you're not hurting me. You're hurting another person that you don't even know. And it's just a lack of accountability. Like, so I have to... It's like you're asking things from me that you yourself are not doing. Like, if you want me to be respectful, then be respectful to me, right? I have never spit on this lady or spit at this lady. Did I spit my coffee out? Yeah. I was appalled. It's like, this lady, she just keeps coming at me. She tells the Mormons, oh yeah, I'll be there on Sunday morning. Up all night. Doing drugs, no doubt. And, I'm sure she told them, oh, my car broke down. Nah, she was riding that day. It's... Because she would do the same thing to me. I would be like, hey, can you keep the noise down, like, at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? I'm trying to sleep. She would just blow smoke up my ass. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But the behavior never changes. It's always the same. And she just keeps blowing smoke up everybody's ass. Like, listen, don't blow smoke up my ass. If you are doing it on purpose, just say that then. Just say, you know what? I'm not gonna be quiet. You don't gotta lie. Be an adult and say, you know what, Angel? No, I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be loud as fuck because I don't like you, and I'm not trying to do you any favors. You could just say that instead of just blowing smoke up my ass. It's just ridiculous. I just don't get it. Now, I'm almost positive that she's the one that's been, because like I'll leave this one window open because I don't have an air conditioner. Ooh, look at that. Just to let nice fresh air in here. I was fostering kittens, so they're gone now, but this, smell, right? Litter box smell. And someone was like blowing fentanyl smoke into the fan, and it's brings it into my apartment. And I'm telling her like, yo girl, it's you, because somebody just moved into the apartment right here, but it was happening before this chick moved in. I mean, the new tenant. And then it happened, I believe, one time since this chick moved in. So it's obviously you. And she's like, I don't smoke fentanyl. I don't even know what it smells like. Lady, you've got people coming and going all hours of the night, every night. Like, no. Well, how do you know what it smells like? I'm like, because I don't need to lie. I have smoked fentanyl before. I don't need to lie because I don't have shame. I don't have shame about anything that I've done in my past, because that is how much I believe in the power of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That is how much I believe in His love and His grace. That I know that my past sins are forgiven, and that all I need to do today is just do the next right thing. The other morning when she tried to fist fight me, it took all the courage in me to not hit her. Okay? It's not that I was scared. It's not that I couldn't or wouldn't. I had to hold myself back, because it's like, you can only take so much before, for me, I can only take so much before I reach a point where it's just like, listen, I'm not perfect, and I don't mind telling you so. It's just the fact that, you try to rise above it, right? Like I've been trying to keep to myself. If I had known how mentally unstable and how many drug addicted neighbors I have, I would not have moved in here. I would have stayed homeless, because then at least I could choose who I'm around and where I lay my head down at. You know what I'm saying? Like here, it's like, you're here. There's no, you don't get to pick your neighbors, right? And it's frustrating, because it's like they want you to stoop to their level. And sometimes I do. I can admit that. I'm not perfect. I'm from Philadelphia. Like, anything that you've got, I've probably seen it or done it or thought about doing. Like, this is not my first rodeo. And I have been praying for her. I really pray that whether it's the Mormons or the power of Jesus, that takes a hold of her heart and her mind, and just has her do that 180, right? Because, being with the abusive boyfriend, that's not gonna work. It hasn't worked in the past. It's not gonna work now. It doesn't matter if you change. He has to change too. And you're risking a lot. You're risking a lot if you think that you can change him. Because you can't. You can't. Only God can. Only Jesus can. I'm sorry, but that is just the truth of the matter. So I'm just going to leave this here. And if she's watching this, I want you to know that I do pray for you. And I will be leaving soon, and you can, go back to whatever it is you do. I also want to say that I am sorry if I ever hurt you. I want you to know that I believe that all of this started with you and the other gentleman that is at the very beginning of this apartment complex. It all started with Christina because, you know, uh, like me and the one guy, we didn't have any issues until they started hanging out and she started talking smack about me. Then he just decided not to like me. And it was the same thing with this girl. Like, does anyone ever determine whether they like someone based on that person's character, or do they just take whatever the neighbors are saying and run with it? Like, you know, it all started with her, and it started with her because I didn't want to be her friend, because I saw how manipulative and crazy she was. And I was just like, you know what? I got enough issues and drama and problems of my own. I don't need anyone else's. And if you're not going to add value to my life, then there's no room for you. Like, I have things that I need to improve on, and I can't do that if I have a negative, soul-sucking, friend. And that was the whole reason why she didn't like me, because I was basically like snubbing her. Like, I was being cordial, and then she like cornered me one day and was like, "Why aren't you talking to me? What's going on with you? What did I do?" And like, I had written her a note, like apologizing if I was being loud or if the kittens were being too loud. And like a week later, she was like, "Oh, your kiss ass note, your kiss ass apology." I'm like, "Lady, I'm not trying to kiss your ass. I'm trying to give you a genuine apology." But that's when I was like, okay, there's nothing that I can say or do that will please this person. She's one of those girls that you are either with her or against her. And I cannot roll like that. I just can't. That just does not work for me. So that's my feelings on it. Everything popped off because of Christina. And, I am leaving soon, but it's like, if we could make this like last few weeks, just bring it down a couple of notches, I will, if you will. And we don't gotta talk. We don't, but I don't want the fighting anymore. Like, that doesn't work for me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to jail. Do you want to go to jail? I don't. I've been to Yakima County in 2018. It is a shithole. No, thank you. So, I'm going to leave this here. I pray for you. I pray for me. I pray for my enemies. In Jesus Christ's name, I pray that He can heal all of our hearts. Bye-bye.